Hey you guys, what's up? How's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. I just got back from lunch with my sisters and my father. My father is here in town. I don't know if this is straight. Yeah, it was like a business lunch, hence the business attire. Um, First things first, let's start off with Crush Watch. Baby boy. I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, and a lot has transpired since then, but congratulations on defending your title. Well done, baby boy, you did it! Good job, team! Yeah, you know, it's been a year of firsts. It's been a year of firsts. There's the first Masters 1000 defense, there's the first major defense. Incredible. It was really amazing to see, especially given the road this year it's been a lot of ups and downs as usual in the life of an athlete. There are a lot of ups and downs, and there were some trying times this year. There was the ankle roll in Rio. There was the forearm injury that made us miss Monte Carlo. Some really near and dear tournaments to your heart, I know, Barcelona, Madrid, Rome, so it hasn't been smooth sailing, but to see you triumphant and triumph and shine and succeed, it really is quite special to watch. And just good job, good job. And I've replaced my phone case. We're using this one on special occasions, okay? When we're playing and we need, this is for good luck. I don't want to run out of good luck. Okay, so this is what we use. I'm going to be putting on my phone in a few days' time, so don't worry. It's going to be back on there. But this is my everyday. This is every day, only because I drop my phone a lot. I am trying to get better, and I will say I have gotten a lot better, but I just need a little bit more sturdy protection. I need a little, I think something more solid. And I really love this kind of hiya! Sort of doubles as a weapon if you gotta, backhand that hoe. Bam! Forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand, backhand, bam! And a little combo in there. But this is every day, and it's what we need to be using, obviously. Enjoy Paris. Have the best time. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I just knew that it wasn't in the cards for me. Yeah. I really sat and had a very realistic conversation with myself. And I just knew that it's not really, it's not, being there is the cherry on top, do you know what I'm saying? But the culmination of hard work that it takes to get there it's immense, as you know. It's a lot of work. It's a full-time job. And I think for me, I heard some words a week ago that really resonated, maybe about 10 days ago. There are many beautiful things in this world. Sport is just one of them, and a lot of swimmers go to one Olympics. I went to 3, and I'm really grateful for that experience. And I wish I could offer guidance, but I also know that there are some things that you just got to experience. And I want him to experience those things. I don't want him to, it's I don't want to be a helicopter, no helicopter parenting, okay? No helicopter daddy over here. Daddy's going to step back and let you do your thing. But when I saw the accreditation photo, I giggled because I love his photo. I think he looks sexy always. But all of the photos are quite funny because I know what that feels like, because my first accreditation photo in London was really embarrassing. I thought it was hideous. And everyone was like, it doesn't look that bad. I'm like, no, it actually looks terrible. So I was always hiding my accreditation. I was like hiding it. But then when you hide it, you forget it all the time. So it's actually best just to like keep it on your neck, but just like flip it the other way. But no, I know what that feels like. I love trading pins as well. I think trading pins is like one of the most joyful parts of the experience. But I've actually traded pins with some, you know, tennis superstars. I won't say who, you know, I won't say who. But I have some, yeah, some legends I've traded with. And yeah, I'm happy to see him living his dreams. I'm happy to see him doing... like, live it up, enjoy it, have the best time, and, like, I know how much work it took to get there. I know how much work it took to get there. And to be there with your idol, like, how special is that? Like, that, I think, that's just, yeah. He said in an interview, he's quite wise. He's like, I think these are a lot of experiences that I'm not going to be able to comprehend until I've experienced them, you know. And, yeah, it is a little bit like that. It is a little bit like that. I've had moments in my life like that. When I carried the flag for Tonga at the opening ceremony in 2012, I didn't comprehend what that truly meant until later. That I was like, oh wow, no, that's like a lifetime, like it's a once in a lifetime thing. Yeah. And yeah, I appreciate it, obviously. Oh my god, like, I even remember the song, you know, it was Beautiful Day by U2, which is that's like a great song to walk into the opening ceremony with. So, I want him to live it up and to enjoy it and just know that my heart is singing for you, man. Like, my heart is singing for you, and I love to see you prosper. I love to see you smile. That's what love is. Love is all the positivity. It, you know, it's all the good feels. So... I'm just like, yeah, it makes me smile to see him smile, especially on like the bus when he's wearing his yellow shorts and he's with the team. He's like, I know those, but I know the whole experience. Okay, like I know, I love it, 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 I love it. Anyway, got that out of the way. So, you know, I'm in like a place of my life right now that is really interesting. I've been spending a lot of the last 8 or 9 months just like getting things right. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have goals, and I have some things that I would like to accomplish, and I only realized them literally within the past few days. They were illuminated to me during the full moon. The full moon in Capricorn was very powerful for me, making a lot of realizations about just sort of like my life and where I'm at and where I want to be going. We all know that it is not fashionable to love me. I know that I've got a lot of secret admirers. I do see colors. I do see it. Yeah, I do see the shout outs. I do see the subtle nods in my direction. And I'm very flattered, and I'm flattered. I'm flattered. It's still not fashionable, like, to love me. Yeah. It goes back to that honeymoon song, you know, the one that I talked about in a few videos ago. I was like, you know, the lyrics of that song are kind of like my life. And in 2016, I would listen to that song in the village, like the Olympic Village, when things really got, like, blew up for me. And I feel like it put a spell on me, you know, of sorts. Like, we both know that it's not fashionable to love me, but you don't go. 'Cause truly there's nobody for you but me. And we can cruise to the moon. We'll share Boulevard if you choose. Or whatever you want to do. We make the rules. Our honeymoon. Our honeymoon. Our honeymoon. What she's saying there is that, like, yeah, it's not fashionable to love me, but you don't go and you don't leave because there's no one else out there but me. All there is me. I'm entertaining. I'm fun. I'm gregarious. I got the spark. I got the joy. I bring pleasure to everything that I do. That's me. I'm pleasant and I'm pleasurable. Now, I had a conversation with my agent in New York, and I was like, I don't understand why, like, I don't land any work, and I don't seem to do any partnerships, and no one seems to, like, a lot of people kind of reference me, but nobody really embraces me, and that hurts my feelings. And I think after reflection, I know why that is, and I understand. I understand and I'm self-aware. I know how I am perceived. I'm perceived as crazy and a little bit of a loose cannon and unpredictable. I like to think of myself as keeping you on your toes and a little vivacious and somewhat, I don't know. I wouldn't associate myself with crazy. I'm not crazy. In fact, despite this room with all my parents' legal files, I'm very ordered in my life. Like, I'm actually very organized. I have a home for everything, and I know where everything is. And I'm, like, not a person... I'm not as chaotic as I appear online. I do think that I have a spark. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I do keep things interesting. But my online persona is not who I truly am. These videos are a better reflection of my personality than my Twitter page, babe. Like, my Twitter page is a heightened version of me. It's not who I really am. The same as all forms of social media. I don't think social media is an accurate depiction of anybody, really. But, yeah, I just like to be a little loopy online. I think it's funny. I think I'm, like, whimsical. Like, I think it's, like, I like how I am, but I'm having to tone it down a little bit because I am, as RuPaul says, I'm going above 14th Street. Let me tell you what that means. In New York City, the Lower East Side and, like, the Bowery and anything south of 14th Street is, like, where the bohemians hang out and where sort of the people that are quite hip and artistic and perhaps in some ways crazy, people that are uncontrollable and really subversive and underground and grimy and, like, yeah, all of those things. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a real art scene, it's a real music scene, it's really anti-establishment, it's really punk rock, And then above 14th Street in New York City is the suits, the corporates, the marketing executives, the publicists, the Upper East Side, Upper West Side, that kind of shishi type of person. And people that are marketable, people that aren't perceived as crazy. They're buttoned up and they've got it together. And I think every artist has a moment where they spend time beneath 14th Street learning and experiencing and living, really. And then you take it above 14th Street and then you tone it down and you add a little bit of refinement to who you are so that you are more palatable palatable, how would you say, tasty, digestible, easier to eat and swallow. Because right now, I do leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. I'm aware. So while it hurts my feelings that I'm referenced yet not embraced, I understand and I take ownership of the fact that I haven't done things that people would necessarily want to put their name next to. Do you understand? I'm self-aware enough to know that I'm a little bit of a curveball. I'm unpredictable. But yeah. And I need to show people that I actually am, I can get it under control. Yeah. And I'm getting better. This has been, I've been like in sort of like a self-administered rehab of sorts. Not for drugs and alcohol, because I never struggled with drugs and alcohol, but a rehab and like a rehabilitation of my image. Do you understand? I'm rehabbing my image, and that starts from within, right? And just like having more self-control. When I see things that are upsetting to me online, not immediately airing my grievances and sending off a snarky message, but really like sitting with it long enough to allow it to run through, and then dealing and channeling that energy into something that's productive, because I want to be productive. Yeah. And when I kind of came to peace with that, I was like, look, and I'm like still not got it perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like I do sometimes read my old tweets. I'm like, I do miss that like joyfulness and that whimsical component of my personality. It just has to be a little bit more refined and edited so that everybody can embrace it. Because I would like to be embraced. It would be nice to be embraced for who I am genuinely and sincerely, which is just an edited version of whatever I am right now, or whatever I have been in the past. So, it hurts my feelings, but I'm going to fix it and I'm going to change it. Because it has to change. Yeah. I've really been on a journey, and I pray to God every night, and I'm like, please give me a path. Give me goals. Give me things to look forward to. Give me things to wake up to in the morning. And my dreams have been, my psychic downloads happened to me in my dreams. And my dreams were like, 9 months, 9 months, 9 months. In my 9 months' time, it's going to come together. And, I moved back home late November, so I don't really count November, but December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August is the 9th month, and that's next month. I'm very spiritual. That's next week, babe. I'm very spiritual. I do believe in the human spirit, and I do believe that I was here for a reason and for a purpose, and I have been, not really, I've been hurting in some ways, and not, I don't know, I felt stuck, but I'm now unstuck, but to get unstuck took time, and I wish I could have rushed it, or it could have taken sooner, but this is the way it went. And literally 2 or 3 days ago, I was having a thought jump into my brain, as I was driving to pick up some supplies for our hotel, and I just had a really interesting thought that popped into my brain. And I've been seeing a lot of rainbows lately, lots of rainbows, and as I was driving my car, a rainbow popped up in front of me, right in front of my car, not up in the sky, but right in front of me, after I had this thought. And I drove through the rainbow, and I was like, that's a sign. That's a sign right there. It was raining a little bit, but I was like, that's a sign. And then, when I thought that this is a sign, a second rainbow popped up right in front of me again. So I drove through not one, but 2 rainbows. And I've never experienced that before in my life. I've never driven through a rainbow. Or maybe I have and I just don't have any recollection of it. But I was like, okay, that was confirmation. I've started a job and I finished one part of it. Now it's time to start the other half, right? I've helped my father, and it's connected to my father, and it's, the blessings and the ideas have come to me as I've sat and come to terms with my relationship with him, and I've sat and I've chosen to honor him. And my dad has a little bit of a business empire in Tonga. He's got a little bit of an empire going on. It's now up to me to expand it. And I'm not going to say any more than that, because I do attract a lot of jealousy, and a lot of people will try to ruin and throw wenches into my plan if I talk too much about them, because that's just human nature. So I'm going to keep the cards quite close to my chest, but just know and understand that I do have goals, I do have objectives, and there are some things that I would like to achieve. Which is good. It's, about time. It's about time. So that's exciting, and I wish I could have gone here sooner, but I just wasn't ready, and now I'm ready. So it's I'm excited for what's next in my life, and it's interesting. I thought that with the Olympics happening, I would feel more like sad that I'm not there, but I'm not. I'm actually really at peace with it. Yeah, I'm really at peace with it. I knew what my journey was, and I knew what my athletic career was supposed to be. Yeah. It all works out in the end, It's just, for me, I'm not a person that travels linear, right? I'm not a person that travels linear. I'm a winding road kind of guy. I'm here, I'm there, But, yes. I started my dad's empire in Tonga. I helped start that empire. It's now time to expand. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, and I'm excited with what's next. Yeah, and I feel like this is the first time I've had it in a really long time. I feel like I have a really strong, burning desire within me to, get it done. Yeah. I feel this inner passion and this inner flame, and I really feel strongly. Yeah, I really feel strongly that, I'm on the right path now. Yeah. So, I'm gonna make it fashionable to love me, babes. In conclusion, I'm gonna make it fashionable to love me. I'm gonna, make the appropriate and adequate changes. I need to show to the world that I can behave. I can behave. I can, I do have impulse control. Yeah. I do. It's just a matter of showing it. So yeah. This is long enough. Have a amazing Olympics. Really enjoy it. Have the best time. I've said that 3 times, but really, but take the time to just, stop and look around you and be like, oh my god, I'm here. And I'm playing with my idol. And I'm wearing my country's colors. And I'm around all of these, like-minded individuals that have sacrificed so much to be here. Because it is a huge sacrifice. It's a sacrifice of time. Sacrifice of relationships. You don't get to have a huge partying social life. But what you get to do is a million times more interesting. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to think, that's what I would say to myself when people are like, how do you balance the social life with your sport? I was like, I like to think that I have a really interesting and cool life. You know, maybe it's not interesting and cool for everybody, but I don't need a social life. I go to the pool, I'm social there, I'm social with my coaches, I'm social with my trainers, I'm social with my you know what I'm saying? Like, it is social, it's just not hard partying. But, I don't know, it's fun to celebrate things, you know? It's fun to party when you have something to celebrate, you know? Like, yeah. Anyway, enjoy yourselves, have fun, um, be nice. I don't have to worry about that with you. I think you're a pretty nice guy. Um, and like soak it up. Be really present in the moment. Be really present in the moment. Truly.